and then All Dogs Go to Heaven, Tailspin, Princess of the Frog, and then Robin Hood. But I'm sure Robin Hood will jump Tailspin and Princess of the Frog since it just came out like a few hours ago.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how everything performs, but still, I don't really expect any of these types to go down.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining us for this section, Tovah. We'll see you again here in a little bit for your review on Legend of the Guardians. Do tell us your reaction, Skull.
My reaction was, because I just wasn't expecting another source this soon. I mean, it was only 3 months ago that Steve... No, not even 3 months, it was less than that, when Steve released Lady and the Tramp source, then there's Robin Hood source. I don't think anybody even knew that was coming. We were all thinking of, Toy Story, Brother Bear, all those others that we talked about last episode, but Robin Hood, nobody saw it coming. That includes me, so when I saw it, I was like, oh. And that's been my reaction ever since.
Oh.
And that wraps it up.
Alrighty. So moving on to the Site and Forum projects.
In which we have
I should be talking.
only the animation source scavenger hunt. That's coming up again from last episode. Anything updated from that since last time? Not you?
Not a whole lot. UK has been working on the challenges, and she says that they're giving her a lot more problems than she anticipated. However, we did donate prizes for you guys to win, so as some incentive to actually participate, you could win. Drum roll.
A new car!
But yes, drum roll please, you could win.
Okay.
Third prize is a small mention on the Sourcecast by us, with quotes or anything else the team would like mentioned. Second prize, because I'm being Vanna White right now, is a small feature/mention on the Sourcecast with 1 or 2 team members from the second place winning team. And the grand prize is an interview/feature for the winning team on Sourcecast at the earliest convenience for us all, with the whole winning team.
Awesome.
Yes. And
So be sure to come in first because you don't want to miss that.
yes. And since we, the Sourcecasters, have been planning on participating as well, should we win any of those prizes, that prize will then be shuffled down to the next team in line, because it'd be kind of conceited for us to interview ourselves, let's put it that way.
Yeah, and then again, what would we talk to ourselves about?
How are you
swords.
feeling, Naive?
Right? And how did you win so effortlessly on the scavenger hunt? No, but this is to keep in mind that these prizes are also on top of other prizes donated by other members, right?
Yes. So there's lots and lots and lots to win, but that's just what we're donating. Also, Rusty Swords and Skull don't know about this, but you guys might be wondering about that last post in that topic that I made. And I'll quote myself, "Ooh, UK, you just gave me another idea," runs off with a mischievous grin. I'll PM about it later-ish. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that topic, because I'm going to leave everybody wondering, including those 3 guys right there.
You are
Evil child.
I am evil.
And she's her
$1
teammate.
million.
$1 million.
$1 million.
Put Pinky up to the mouth.
So, and once again, don't start playing the scavenger hunt yet because it isn't finished. Just wait till UK gives the okay, ready, set, hunt before you go.
And make sure do not post your teams on that topic, because you will get locked.
Just
I mean, you
make
could
it
do
easy
you could do what we're doing and just say who's your team, but you can't post your team to make it official.
Yes.
Just to make it easy on you, we'll announce on Sourcecast when the scavenger hunt has started.
Fred Burger.
Yeah.
And IU is hyper.
Yes. So let's move on into the current events. Here we have Tovah, who will give us a review on The Legend of the Guardians.
Yep. So, first, before I start, because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, who watched the movie?
Not me.
Not me.
Not yet.
I wish I had.
Oh, so I'll have to be careful of what I say now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm planning on watching it soon. Just
Yeah,
should.
Same here.
I liked it. It was a good movie.
And thank you for your review! No, I'm joking.
Okay, so, okay, I'm gonna start off with my basic opinion on the movie. For those of you who don't know, the movie was directed by Zack Snyder.
He is known primarily for using a lot of slow motion, so...
Oh yeah, in Legend of the Guardians, there was a couple of parts where it was slow motion. Anyway, the movie's in 3D, so you have to wear 3D glasses.
Is that the only option?
I don't know if they're going to make a non-3D version of it, if that even exists. I'm sure there is. But, no, the only option is to watch it in 3D.
Huh.
Unless you want to wait for it to come out on DVD, because obviously you're not going to sit there with 3D glasses and watch your normal TV. Anyway.
Yeah, unless you get one of those expensive 3D TVs.
I heard about that. Apparently the remotes cost $100 or something like that.
The glasses.
The glasses, not the remotes. The glasses. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Anyway. Back to topic. The movie was based off of the first 3 books of Catherine Lasky's book series, Guardians of the Gahul. Considering that it covers the events that happened in 3 books, they're not really big, but I think the pace was good. Because I remember when I watched the clips, it was a big book, and the beginning was rushed. Like, they were just throwing things at you, expecting you to catch them, and it was just really rushed. But in Legend of the Guardians, what happens is that it actually takes the time to explain. They cut some things off and they change things around, but it makes sense. Because I asked my sister what she thought about it, since she didn't read the books. And I had. She understood what happened, and then I was expecting her to lean over and ask me, why is he doing this and why is he doing that? But she was actually surprisingly quiet during the whole movie, so I'm guessing she understood.
Huh.
You never know.
How? Yeah, it sounds like to me that this movie is actually one of those rare movies that actually, it's one of those rare movies that are based on a book that actually follow the specific steps that the book took. Unlike some other movies, like let's say Blood and Chocolate or maybe even Harry Potter, where they omitted a bunch of stuff in comparison to the book. It sounds to me like Legends of the Guardian really had a lot of fate and was really faithful to the 3 books. Is that how would you say about that? Like, how faithful was the movie to the books in comparison to what happened in the story? Well,
there were some characters. I'm not going to get into it because that would spoil it for you guys and other people who haven't watched it. But there are some things that they changed to make it more interesting. Like, I know the beginning, it starts completely different from the books. Well, what they have is that the main events. And in the movie, there's a traitor, but in the books, Owlamere, I don't even know if he's a real character in the books. I'll have to check that later. He's the traitor, and I think I just spoiled it there for everyone because you're not supposed to know that till the end. Shoot. Anyway.
Oh man. Good.
You're gonna make me cough. Okay. So there really isn't a traitor in the books. I'm not gonna get into it more because I'm probably gonna get like hate mail for spoiling. Because I'm known to spoil stuff, so I'm just gonna zip my mouth.
So aside from very minor adjustments to make the movie interesting, especially because it's actually based on 3 books, not just 1, it's really faithful. You would probably say.
Not very faithful, but it's still faithful. It's not long. It's not like 2 hours and a half. It's actually between, I'm not too sure, but I think it's between an hour and 40 minutes to about 2 hours long, or 2 hours and 10 minutes long.
It says 90 minutes here on IMDb.
So this isn't a kind of movie that would cause hardcore fans of the book to become really offended, would it?
No, a lot of people on the Baltosaurus Dropbox have, there was this period where everyone had Legend of the Guardian avatars, which I found was really funny. It sort of moved on to Alpha and Omega now, but it's okay. Well, I was happy with how it turned out. I think the animation, I really liked it. Apparently, it was the same animation used in Happy Feet. So yeah, I was pleased. There could be a few things I didn't like Otulissa, her breed or her type of owl wasn't as the same thing as in the books, because in the books she was a spotted owl, and in the movie she was a short-eared owl. At first I didn't know the difference, but then Riot the Rogue told me that, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, it's true. But, I don't know. And then there was Weird Digger. He's not that insane in the books. He's actually just smart and intellectual. Twilight is, well, he's like that in the books, so Twilight was good. Gilfrey was good, Soren was good. Basically, the only ones that changed were Digger and Otulissa, but again, that's probably to make it more interesting. Since it's a kids' movie, I guess they made Digger wacky, so they would make kids laugh.
Yeah, kind of like almost a source of comic relief, really. That sounds like it's especially for little kids.
Kids' movies need comic relief. You can't make a kids' movie really serious. You gotta have a comically relief character.
Well, Legend of the Guardians is pretty serious towards the end. There's a fight scene, I think, that lasts about 20 minutes long.
Wow.
I think, or 15, somewhere, I don't know. It could be 10 minutes. My time, when I watch the movie, I don't pay attention to the time. I usually pay attention to what's happening.
Time doesn't exist.
When it ends, you're like, that felt like 5 minutes. Well, to me, anyway.
Yeah, you go out and you're like, wow, it's dark outside.
The best movies are always like that.
Yeah.
Because it's actually rated PG, because you don't see blood. At least, I don't think so. No, you don't. But there's little clues to show you that owl or that creature, they're mostly owls, but they're dead. So, I don't know how little kids would take that, poor little birdie got his head cut off or something like that. In the books, they die pretty badly. I know one gets his head ripped off, the other one gets his wing ripped off.
Oh wow.
Another one gets eaten alive by an erupting volcano. Yeah, there's a one that gets ripped apart.
So if the books were made, word for word into a movie, it would probably be rated PG-13.
Yeah, something like that.
There's actually 15 books in all. Well, technically 16, if you count the little bonus stories here and there. But there's actually 15 books, and they're not that thick. They're about maybe an inch, some of them. Some of them are even smaller than that. What I like about the books is that if you start the next one, like let's say you start randomly in the middle of the series, let's say at book 9, as it goes on, it reminds you of what happened.
It summarizes, really, just like brings you back a little bit as to what happened from before.
Yeah, that's why I like Catherine Lasky, and she's actually, I think she's making another series, but in the books there's the Wolves of the Beyond, and I think she's making a whole other series for that. I saw that it was sort of like an ad at the back of the book, like the really last page, and it just said, new from Catherine Lasky, Wolves of the Beyond. So I guess that means that she's making, I guess that she's making another series, but for the wolves this time, more focused on the wolves. But
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
No.
But I recommend you read the well, I haven't read the Wolves of the Beyond one, but I recommend you read the Legend of the Guardians of the Gahul with the owls before you move on to the wolves, because towards the middle and the end, it sort of drags the story of the wolves in it. It's like it twists with the plot and everything. They get involved in these crazy scenarios. But what happens is that the books are sort of violent, if you believe that, because there's always fighting. There's some type of fighting in every book. There's always like a little battle here and there. They come in contact with like crows who don't like them during the day or something like that. The last book, The Ember of Hul, what happens is that it's like
I don't know if you want to give away spoilers to this.
Well, it's not